Well, looks like you guys were right again. Yes, the villain responsible for Chihiro Fujisaki's death is Modno Uwada. And by the way, it was not a unanimous vote. Ishimaru alone selected incorrectly. That was a close one, Ishimaru. You should be more careful next time. I refuse to believe it. I refuse to believe Bro is a murderer. Sorry, man. Why are you apologizing? Why? Tell me why. Why? Why would you do such a thing? Since it seems Iwata was exercising his right to remain silent, allow me to explain in his stead. A sad tale of two men serves as the backdrop for our murder. And anyone who doesn't feel like reading this can just hold the O button to skip all this. I will not, as I like giving my viewers a lot of storyline. Once upon a time, there was a boy by the name of Chihiro Fujisaki. That boy had an extreme complex about being weak. Be a man. Time and time again he heard those words, but he never was able to vanquish that weakness. Instead, he took refuge in a greater weakness. The boy became a girl. That was how he chose to escape from his problem. No one can tell me to be a man anymore. No matter how far he withdrew into his shell, he was unable to eradicate that complex that had taken root inside of him. A shell, after all, is not but an empty husk. Rather than disappearing, Fujisaki's complex grew more intense. I'm such a weakling. Weakling, oh my god, just the word weakling repeated. And then with the start of the academic coliseum, he learned another difficult lesson. That survival of the fittest is the law of the world, and that if he remained weak, he couldn't survive. To top it off, sickeningly adorable Monokuma threatened to reveal everyone's shameful memories. Fujisaki's deep dark secret was... Chihiro Fujisaki dresses like a girl even though he's a boy! That was one secret he absolutely couldn't bear to come to light, again with the pun. But then again, it's spelled the same way. Because as soon as he did, the armor protecting him would be ripped off, and he would be subjected to an excruciating degree of criticism and pressure. Faced with such horrible dilemma, he fell into a deep despair. Or so everyone thought. Again, more flashback. I hate flashback. Annoyingly, the threat of his secret coming out drove him to get stronger, damn it! This is my chance. This is the best chance I'll ever have. I'll get stronger. I'll become the person I was meant to be. I'll become strong enough to smile and shake it off when anyone tells me to be a man. With his mind made up, he immediately set out to begin work. And so... he planned to begin working out that very day, to reforge his body and his heart from the ground up. However, sadly, it turned out to be both his first and last workout. When he decided to begin working out, Fujisaki also wanted to ask someone to help him. He planned to tell that person his secret and then ask him for their assistant. And the person he selected was me. Yep, that was it. He thought Iwata, the dude bro biker obsessed with man's honor, would promise to keep his secret. There was also the fact that manly man Iwata fit the ideal of strength Fujisaki so admired. First, I'll build up the courage to talk to Iwata. Then I'll ask him to help me get stronger. That was his admiration. Iwata was something Fujisaki could never be, and that's why he admired him. Then Iwata, you did that to keep your promise to him, didn't you? That? You mean moving the body from the men's changing room to the women's? Precisely. Was that not supposed to have been a red herring? I'm sure that was part of it, but it wasn't the only reason. He also had to keep his promise to Chihiro Fujisaki, a promise between men. What does moving the body have to do with keeping his secret? If Chihiro Fujisaki had been found killed in the men's changing room, the discussion would go to straight, how did he get to the room? And as soon as that happened, people would start doubting what he claimed to be. By moving his body to the women's changing room and stealing his electro ID, he steered us away from that. So Iwata did that to keep his promise to Fujisaki, who he killed with his own hands. Why would you? The more I hear it, the less sense it makes. The two of you shared a bond of trust. So then why did you? I didn't want anyone to find out, no matter what. I thought that might have been the trigger. Oh yeah, he also had a secret. The threat to reveal his shameful memories and our deep, dark secrets. No, it couldn't be. That's not possible. No one could possibly have a secret that so desperately didn't want anyone to know. That they would kill someone over it. I believe I said this once before. Assuming anyone views the world through your eyes is the pinnacle of idiocy. Maybe you don't have one, but he did. That's all there is to it. While we're on the subject, how about I tell you that, too? The skeleton hiding in Iwata's closet that he didn't want the world to know about is that he killed his big brother. Yeah. The Mondo Uwada standing before you today, the super-duper high school outlaw biker, the man feared by delinquents nationwide, got his start thanks to a certain someone. Vroom! His big brother, Daya Uwada. Mondo had a deep respect for his brother. It was his brother who inspired him to start writing. Raised in a savage, barbaric household, the one person Mondo could feel comfortable around was his brother. He chased after his brother, imitating him any way he could, trying to catch up to him. That was the kind of little brother Mondo was. And then, all of a sudden, the biker gang his charismatic brother had assembled, rose to the top, and at the top of the gang, his brother sat Daya. In seat number 2, the little brother, Mondo. At first, he was okay with that, but when the time came for his brother to retire and for him to inherit the spot as the second head, he was overcome by the pressure of his brother's greatness hanging over him. He was always just number 2. Daya built the gang all by himself. The brother's just a bonus. Can a kid like this really handle taking over? The gang's just gonna go downhill from here. Day after day, the gang's murmurings found their way to Mondo, and because of that, I've gotta become even stronger than my big bro. So just this once, I've gotta beat him. I gotta kick his fucking ass. So on the night of his brother's retirement party, Mondo challenged his brother to a race. However, tragedy struck during the competition. He was so concerned about winning, he started getting reckless and ended up driving into oncoming traffic. And the next moment... Oh. How sad. Oh wow. He lay wrapped in his little brother's arms. These were Daya's final words. Whoops! I slipped. Sorry, man. Knowing full well his little brother was responsible for the accident, Daya still did not blame Mondo. Hey, one last thing, bro. Don't you dare let the gang fall apart. You and me created that gang. Together. Promise. Promise me. Man's honor. Mondo decided to keep the cause of the accident a secret from the rest of the gang. In order to keep his promise, in order to prevent the gang from splitting up. He couldn't tell anyone that it was his own weakness that caused his brother's accident. As a result, the gang united once again under the lead of the younger brother who defeated the elder brother. That's what he gets for riding recklessly because he thought he was going to lose. And that's become the reason of Daya's death. Mondo's lie became the truth. And thus Mondo resolved to take the helm of the gang propped up by his lie. I am strong. Strong, again, repeating the same word. However, with the start of the academic coliseum, he learned a difficult lesson. That as strong as he made himself out to be, he was nothing but a weakling who could die at any moment. Top it all off, freakishly adorable Monokuma threatened to reveal everyone's shameful memories. His deep, dark secret was... Mondo Iwata killed his big brother. There was no way I could let the gang learn about that. If they did, it would have collapsed. It would have destroyed the gang me and my bro built. It would have meant that it was all for nothing. My regret carrying the weight of my big bro's death alone. So I... Uwata. As soon as Monokuma started up with all that stuff, it was like a fog of anxiety started swirling around inside my head. That's never happened before. I had no idea what I was supposed to do. And while I was sitting there, unable to make up my mind, before I knew it, that fog of uncertainty fucking blew up into this huge-ass, rock-hard mountain of uncertainty. That's when it happened. That's when Fujizaki asked me to help him get started working out. The kid started telling me his secret. You serious? Yeah, sorry for lying. But why? Why did you suddenly decide to reveal your secret? Huh? You've been keeping that a secret for so long. If someone finds out, you'll... Well, yeah, but... I want to change. I want to destroy the old me, the weak me who always retreats into a lie. Those words came at me like a knife. I felt that negated everything I'd done. I needed to change. I'm weak. But you're strong, Iwata, so I'm sure this is no big deal for you. No matter what Monokuma reveals about you... What? You want me to tell you? Are you saying if I'm really strong, then I should tell you my fucking secret? Huh? I envied him. I was envious of Fujisaki's strength. The strength that he had to look his weakness in the eye and try to overcome it. The strength I didn't have. So I envied him. The envy broke me down. That's sarcasm? You strong? You being fucking sarcastic with me? I'm not being sarcastic. I mean it. You really are strong, Iwata. Something started creaking, making this unpleasant screeching sound inside my head. The fuck do you want me to do? The fuck was I supposed to do? You saying I should have told the truth and let it all go to waste? What's the matter? Why'd you tell me? You trying to win me over? I just admire you, Iwata. I admire how strong you are. Yeah, I'm strong. You got that right. I'm strong. I'm strong. Again, repeating the word. Stronger than you. And stronger than my big bro was. Oh god. He went nuts. I don't remember what happened after that. Next thing I knew, the kid was lying at my feet, covered in blood. I had a dumbbell in my hand, and I was looking down at him. But, bro... I killed him. I killed Chihiro Fujisaki, because I was never able to conquer my own weakness. Because of that, I did something terrible. He always seemed so tough, but he shouldered a weakness, kept it hidden from everyone else, and he targeted the weakness in his heart, maliciously throwing salt into his wound. It was all his doing. Laughter. Well, would you look at that? This is what you guys are. You're creatures who have no problem killing each other, over something as silly as the past. You won't break off your lingering attachment to the outside, nor do you have any idea what strength is. Oh, my fuzzy black and white badonkadonk. That's funny. Damn you! You little bastard! Say it again! I dare you! Sure, I'll say it as many times as you want, or I'd like to. But we don't have time for that. It's time for someone's punishment. Punishment? You mean execution? Those are the rules, right? The villain who destroys the order will be punished. Wait! I prepared a very special punishment. Tongue-tied. I prepared a very special punishment for Mondo Iwata, the super-duper high school outlaw biker. Wait! Please wait! Let's get the ball rolling! It's punishment time! I'm asking you to wait! Sorry, big bro. I couldn't keep our promise. Game over. Mondo Iwata has been found guilty. Commencing execution. Ooh, spinny wheel. it's on a bike. Why did he have a wig of Iwata's hair? It's kind of creepy. Ooh, one of those things. What the hell? Little... Look at Iwata, taking it like a man. Just sitting there. I find that funny. Just Monokuma hula hooping. My eyes! The heck is that? Oh god, it turned him into butter. Oh god. No, I don't want to imagine that. Oh god. O death, do grace us with your gentle smile, and grant ye his soul everlasting peace. No. No. Bro. With the second murder and then the second execution, it hit me again. That year, life is fragile. It hit me so hard I thought I might fall over. Our lives are painfully fragile. He screamed. More screaming. Ishimaru's bitter screams echoed through the courtroom, each wail a painful reminder of that truth. And yet one of us. That was underwhelming, not a very satisfying conclusion to our game. Ugh. His affluenza is raging. Gami? You're completely mad. Enough with the game crap. 2 of our friends are dead, you know. Well, naturally, this is a game of life and death. I'm not gonna comment at your way of thinking. That's not what I'm trying to do. I just can't figure it out. Why would you intentionally help disguise Iwata's crime? Why, you ask? Isn't it obvious? Because it made things more interesting. He spoke in a calm, quiet tone of voice that sent a shiver down my spine. Last night, the night of the murder, I was in the library as usual. You two ignored our curfew. I never paid any mind to your curfew, nor do I recall agreeing to keep it. Well, I suppose it doesn't matter. Please, continue. It was getting late, so I was going back to my room, and just so happened to catch a sight of Uwata leaving the women's changing room. After he was gone, I looked inside, and there I found a corpse. What? You saw everything? God, he was such a fool. He never had any idea I saw him. So you knew who the culprit was the whole time, Master Byakuya Togami. But it would have been boring if that's all there was to the case. A game where you know the answer ahead of time is nothing but a waste of time. So I lent him my hand, to spice things up a bit. To spice things up? That's why you did that? Having just barely learned from Fukawa that she was Shinosa's show, you made use of that, to lead us off the trail. But dude, if we'd never been able to figure out who really did it, you'd be dead along with us. Obviously, I would have said something before it came to that, except Togami glared in my direction, his sharp gaze piercing me like so many needles. Thanks to Mr. Brilliant over here, it didn't come to that. You made this a surprisingly good dry run. Now I know exactly who to watch out for when it's my turn to play villain. What? I see, so that's why you did it. Are you satisfied now? Yes. I've heard enough from you. Next. I'd like to ask you something, Monokuma. Oh, now it's my turn? You've made both executions considerably elaborate ordeals. Why put so much effort into it? Are you a fan? 'Cause these punishments aren't just for you guys. This despair is not yours alone. These punishments make this despair. They're for all of mankind. You're sure enjoy blowing this out of proportion. No exaggeration. These punishments were designed to transform every last bit of hope into despair. What do you mean by that? Mean? Mean. 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 Oh, he's just repeating the word again. Mean, 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 mean. Oh, give me a break. Your obsession with finding meaning in things is meaningless. It doesn't matter either way. In the end, I'm the one who will emerge victorious, and when that happens, we all will be made known. Swoon, you get it, Mr. Sion, sir. I feel like you and I could make real great pals. Enough, as if I would ever get along with an infantile criminal. In any case, I warn you now, after I've seized my victory, you're next. You listening? I will kill you. In the name of those destined to triumph, on my name as a Togami. Badass, you sounded like a protagonist there. Kinda too bad you're just a side character, huh? I will kill you, I swear to God. Don't be so quick to anger. Want to hear my spiel about calcium? What? The residents of Monokuma's high-pitched cackle signaled the falling of the curtain on this trial. But it didn't end there. This academic coliseum did not cease. It refused to close its doors. The thick cloud of despair swirling around us, the survivors were slowly beginning to gain momentum. It was a despair so deep you'd sooner put your money on a dog lost in Hades over us. It was despair so dense. Our courage, our friendship, our effort, they all had no effect on it. What the heck? My, I have to say. Things are moving at a nice pace, a very nice pace indeed. It looks like you're stepping up to the plate before things leveled out and left a bigger mark than I expected. Once things get going, it's just like a roller coaster. There's no stopping it. Who's he talking to? It's moving so fast, only their fear and despair can keep up. The one thing I'm disappointed about is that you didn't get your time to shine. Sad, since I've already got you down in there with them. You were supposed to have been the one to fire the first shot. Ah, whatever. What can you do? You just keep on doing what you've been doing and make sure things stay exciting. That's what everyone wants. I have one question. Anything but my measurements and I'll listen. Who is it? Who is the 16th student? Wah! My, this is a surprise. I did listen, but super denied, hella denied. I mean, come on, that's my trump card. We may be in this together, but I'm not stupid enough just to show you my trump card like it's nothing. Ooh, there's another student among us. Which explains the 16th chair. Oh, looks like we ended this chapter. It ends. Only 10 survivors. To be continued. Crazy Diamond. You can find in the presents menu. I'm guessing that's Iwata's jacket. Anyway, this seems like a good place to stop for now. That trial was really long. It's like an hour and a half, I think. I'm since I got this better recording program, all I need is a mic to actually complete it. Because some of the games I actually have in waiting are a bit too loud, and the mic I have on my computer, it just doesn't work well with it. So I will have more let's plays of different games in the future. This is the only game I can actually play with the audio a little bit. So yeah, I'll see you all in the next one. Bye.